Virtually every faith believes in the prophecy of a new age. Jewish people believe in the Messiah. Astrologers call it the age of Aquarius. Cosmologists, well, they call it harmonic convergence. And as for those who believe in the Mayan calendar, 2012 is the apocalypse. The ancient Mayan culture has long been known for its advancements in astronomy and maths. But right now, it's their prophecies about our planet's future that is gaining a lot of attention.
The prophecies do not speak only about the fate of humanity. They speak about the fate of the Earth. The shamans speak about this as the decade of Earth changes, of earthquakes, of fires, of tectonic plate shifts, of changes in the Earth's electromagnetic field.
On February 21st, the Mayan prophecies were proven right in a big way.
Nature unleashed its fearsome power on the people of Japan today in a double disaster that's caused massive damage.
An 8.8 on that coast of Japan inevitably was going to be a very bad earthquake.
The ground shook for minutes. To appreciate what that could mean in California, consider the damage caused in just 15 seconds.
It was clear the world's most technologically advanced country was no match for nature's fury.
That you wouldn't have thought that a Hollywood scriptwriter could come up with something like this: earthquakes, floods, tsunamis, nuclear fallout, you name it. You know, so we've been thrown at it.
It seems right now that we're in the middle of a perfect storm. Everything's happening to us at the same time. I mean, how can we understand all of these storms, flooding, bird deaths, fish deaths, earthquakes, volcanic activity, pole shifting going on. And we know that the Japan earthquake actually tilted the Earth on its axis a little bit.
Rabbis are hesitant to use the code to make predictions. They'd rather use it to understand them. But take a look at the matrix they found when they searched for the word Japan.
When the seabed ruptured, it unleashed a monster
There are fears tonight of a nuclear emergency, a day on from the 7th largest tremor in history.
Well, to be very frank, Red Cross doesn't get into the practice of comparing disasters, but this was an almost unprecedented convergence of a number of separate disasters happening at the same time.
We will always get hit by things like droughts and tsunamis. And if somebody knows the time when the world's going to end, well, certainly that person, we should pay a lot of attention to. But that's not the case.
The Japanese earthquake was the most powerful ever to hit that country. The 10-metre high tsunami it triggered left 4 million people without power and over 10,000 people lost their lives. Never before has such a cataclysm been broadcast live around the world. So are all these disasters connected? Well, that depends on who you ask.
The magnetic field of the Earth has decreased more than 60% in the last 2,000 years. And some scientists see a direct relationship between the going down of the magnetic field of the Earth and the increase in earthquakes.
There's no way in the world, though, that a magnitude 6.3 in Christchurch could have triggered off a magnitude 8.8 or 9 in Japan.
The people within the building.
The two biggest earthquakes of the last 6 years, biggest in terms of lives lost, both occurred on a solar eclipse. 4 of the last 6 lunar eclipses had earthquakes with fatalities. Coming up in June is 2 lunar eclipses and 1 solar eclipse. 3 in the space of 30 days. I'm very concerned about that. At the end of 2012, in November and December, there is 1 of each. That could be what the Mayans were indicating.
You might recall only 2 years ago, we had 3 catastrophes apparently coming to visit us all in the 1 year. Global warming was going to fry you, the global financial crisis would make you broke, and avian flu would kill you if you weren't dead already. Remember the Y2K bar? People are just so easily freaked now.
But perhaps people are so easily freaked because information is so easily available.
We're not having content given to us filtered through a third-party media organization. We're actually seeing people's unedited amateur footage that's going up on YouTube. And with the tsunami, for instance, 4 out of the 10 most popular YouTube videos in Australia have been unedited user footage of the tsunami in Japan. It makes tragedy personal.
It's very easy to be a skeptic. Most people I speak to about 2012 virtually put their hands over the ears and say, no, I'm not listening. That says to me that it's fear of confronting the possibilities rather than understanding the risks involved.
Coming up, the cost of survival.
We calculated that for each person that wants to survive, he has to pay around 30,000 euros.
And the skeptics have their say.
It's a lot of nonsense.